Hi, it's me, Alex Clarke, and I'm joined by Fanny Blake, novelist, critic, all-round celebrator of books. Is that fair to say,
Yeah, that's
Fanny?
fair to say.
I mean, you don't just love reading them, you love talking about them and spreading the word about them.
Yep, reading them, writing them.
Exactly.
Talking about them.
Making sure they're kind of front and centre of our culture. And I'm wondering if that's kind of what brought you to this prize, just this feeling of wanting to spread the word.
Well, I think the prize is a great opportunity to celebrate women writing funny fiction, and I think Helen has done a brilliant job at getting the whole thing together, and I hope that it does spread the word that women can and do write comic fiction well.
And in the course of this prize, I mean, you've read a lot of manuscripts. You've been finding for this prize. You've been finding what a voice for the future, an unknown voice.
Yeah.
What were you looking for?
Well, I was looking for two things. I was looking for, indeed, the voice, and somebody who can write well and wittily, without being too heavy-handed, but also somebody who is very good on situational comedy, which I think, am I allowed to say that the winner has achieved?
Yes.
Which I think is fantastic.
I mean, the winner takes us to a farm in Derbyshire, doesn't she?
She does.
Not something that I would know a great deal about. I don't know about you.
Oddly, nor me.
But there was something in that kind of realisation of the scene and the place and the situation that spoke to you.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. But also the characters. But the characters of the cows, as well as the characters of her friends and her family, which are incredibly well-rounded and amusing. And different, sufficiently different, which is nice.
And do you think something like this where, I know Helen's idea is not simply to come up with these, two winners, published and unpublished, but to sort of create a kind of network, a support network, a way of bringing voices into the light. Do you think this is the kind of thing we need? Because we live in a time where actually we're sharing information about books via social media much more sort of easily. I mean, we can all be gatekeepers to an extent. We can all open the gates. But we still need these sort of initiatives, don't we?
Well, I think we do. I mean, I think there's room for any number of prizes because they give it makes an opportunity to publicise more fiction, and it seems to me that the more fiction is brought to the attention of people, the better.
Yes,
the better.
Probably both find in our sort of day-to-day lives. I mean, both you and I think, just probably get sent loads and loads of books. I mean, we'd be the envy of lots of people. Yeah. Sometimes you think, what am I going to do with my crowded shelves?
Indeed.
But nonetheless, it's so easy for books to slip, isn't it? And just get no attention, even though we know that they deserve it.
And there are plenty of books that get attention that are actually less good than many, many books that don't get attention. And it is a lottery. So it's fantastic to have something that just pushes forward a few books, showcases a few books which wouldn't otherwise perhaps be so well noticed.
Annie, I'm going to just ask you quickly, and I don't worry if these aren't just gems of comic writing by women, but what is on your bedside table at the minute?
That is a really awful question. What is on my bedside table? Actually, funny enough, it is a comic novel. It's the new novel by Richard Roper, which Orion publish, and which is very funny.
Okay.
Although I don't actually read a lot of comic fiction day to day because there's so much that isn't.
Quite. We need a laugh,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. We do.
Fanny, thank you.
That's okay.